Well guys, after a long 3 weeks, I am finally back on the grind. I mean, I've been on the grind, but I'm talking about full-length landscape view YouTube videos. Unlike my immense amount of shorts I've been busting out every single day, I am finally getting back into making these videos, so I'm really hoping that this goes well and that you all enjoy it. So this video, it's just very belated. I meant to do this a while ago, but I decided I would do it today. And so, with that being said, let's get into it. So, before I get started, this is not a movie review. This is just my thoughts on the new Spider-Verse movie, my thoughts on the characters, that sort of thing, and also just me describing the Spidersona that I created here. And obviously, judging by the title and what I just said, I made my own Spidersona. I mean, how can you ignore the attention that the movie is getting? And you know, when you see other people making their Spidersonas, you feel like you just gotta do it yourself. And so I did. So, I'm gonna start with talking about the movie because, you know, obviously you can see on the screen my process of drawing my Spidersona, and I will get into that afterwards. So let's begin. So, it's no secret that Spider-Verse, well, not Spider-Verse, Across the Spider-Verse is amazing. Everyone loves the art, everyone loves the story, everyone loves the characters. It's just overall a solid 10 out of 10. Now, there are parts that people could say they don't like or whatever, but I'm not here to talk about that. I'm only here to praise the movie for being original and creative and artistic. So, for, you know, the obvious parts of it, the art style is phenomenal, and you can see with this one compared to the first that the artists and animators were a lot more free with what they were doing. They experimented more this time around, and what I'm specifically referring to is you saw less like line art and more of, like, if you've ever seen the movie Loving Vincent, where the entire movie is done frame by frame with physical paintings in the style of Vincent van Gogh. That's kind of what they did here in terms of what I saw with the movie. I saw a lot of just art. Like, each frame had something moving. There was no still moment in this movie. And that's very good for people with, like, short attention spans, but it's also just pure eye candy the entire time, which we always can appreciate. And it was not overdone. There wasn't too much going on to where it was just distracting. There was just enough to where it kept you engaged and also showed the artistic ability that these animators had. And one thing in particular that I really liked was something I noticed when Miguel came on screen. It was after the time skip, and, you know, Miles was in the little spider hub or whatever, and you could see a few frames when Miguel would, like, move. You could see the I don't know what it's called, but every artist noticed it, the little cross that people put on the face of their character before they actually draw the features. You could see that, and you could see sketches of, like, the skeleton, like the animation skeleton underneath the coloring and the line art of the characters, and I thought that was really neat. That adds so much originality to the animation, and I wish we could see this so much more with movies, because this was just so unique and just enjoyable, because it gives you so much to look at, and it's so inspiring for artists as well, because it's allowing people to understand that you don't have to do the super polished, like, 3D animation. If you want to, you can, but it doesn't have to be a requirement. And that's one of the biggest things with the Spider-Verse movies. They're just so open with the possibilities, with different animation styles, different character designs, different color palettes. All of it is so open-ended for everyone to fit in somewhere. And I feel like that's one of the biggest praises I can give to this movie series, is the fact that it allows the viewers to be immersed in it and feel like they're a part of this franchise. And so that's just my take on it. I really enjoyed this movie. I found myself laughing a lot. One thing in particular, there was a part in the movie, and spoilers if you haven't seen it, which if you haven't, go watch it, it is super good. There was a part in the movie where Spot, our new villain, question mark, not entirely sure, he has a part where he realizes his full potential, what he can do with his power. And he makes a direct reference to Dr. Octopus and his iconic line. So Spot says, he's looking at his hands, he says, "The power of the multiverse in the palm of my hand." And it's the literal line from Dr. Octopus, and I burst out laughing. I love Doc Ock. He is one of my favorite Spider-Man characters, one of my favorite Marvel characters, like, of all time. And I hear this line, and so I start laughing. I'm there with my mom, my dad, my brother, my boyfriend, and the theater is full. There's people in here. And it's radio silent. I have never felt so ostracized in my entire life. I was very confused as to why I was the only one laughing at this or acknowledging the line at all. So maybe everyone was kind of tired at that point. I don't know, because that was funny, and I enjoyed it. But it's fun stuff like that in these movies where there's so much to see, so much to hear and experience. There's a part for everyone. Like, there were parts where I thought they were just, like, kind of boring or whatever, and then there would be someone laughing at a line, which is totally fine, and that's what I enjoy about these movies. There's something for everyone to enjoy. And not to mention just the art. I cannot talk about the art enough. There was so much to see and get inspired by, and I just loved it. And yeah, so if you've seen the movie, tell me what you thought of it in the comments. It's great. If you didn't like it, I'd also like to hear that point of view too. Why did you not like this movie? But yeah, so now that we've talked about the movie, let's talk about my Spidersona that I made. So it was kind of hard to decide on what I wanted to do because my online mascot, Dexterly, obviously my name isn't Dexterly, that's not even a word. I made it up based on the word dexterity, and I just put a little twist on it to make it sound like a name. Obviously, this is a mascot, and so I had to decide if I wanted to make a Sona for myself, like me in real life, or if I wanted to make a Sona for Dexterly. And I kind of did a mix of both because the mascot itself is me just if I was pink, you know, and with a few extra details that couldn't exist in the real world. So I thought I'll just keep it in this gray area where it's like, it's Dexterly, but it's also me, but it's mostly Dexterly because I want the pink hair because I love color pink. And also I'm not tall. I made my mascot taller. I'm 5'4", but my mascot is not 5'4". But so I'm gonna get into the details about this. One of the main things that I share openly with my mascot is the love for the retro look of things. I love the 80s, 70s. My whole room is decorated to look like it popped out of an 80s movie. And so I wanted to incorporate that with this design. So I did some research, and I could not for the life of me figure out what I wanted to do for the clothes, because obviously there's the spider suit, but I feel like it had to have more character than that. With the way I do things, I'm very maximalist. I had to add a lot of detail. So one thing that I did in particular that I do quite frequently with my character is I put a bomber jacket on this character. I love bomber jackets. I bought that purple one for my Glamrock Chica cosplay, and I absolutely love it. It's covered in white body paint right now, so I don't know what to do about that, but I thought I would incorporate that with the Spidersona. So I did a basic lilac lavender mix for the basic suit, and then on top of that, I gave her this 80s, like, I don't know what they're called, but they're basically just these leotards that have different cutouts, and that was mostly inspired by Weird Science, which if you haven't seen that movie, it's great. Some of the jokes are a little soured, but it's still a good movie, still a good, enjoyable film. I found it fun, and also Oingo Boingo has a song in it, and it's great, so how can you deny Oingo Boingo? So I took that inspiration, and I did the basic front cutout of the leotard, so it's just over the chest and the bottom. And so I made that like a bluish color. I was working with like a stricter palette so it wouldn't be like too chaotic with my colors. And then I added some roller skates because I do actually have roller skates. I have some purple ones, but I changed the color because I felt like having purple skates on a purple suit would be kind of weird. So I changed the color, and I'm not looking at my reference as I'm recording this audio, so I don't actually remember what color I made the skates. But I know they're good looking. They look good. They match the jacket, I know that. And, you know, I left the hair out. I gave her this big, like, the layers, the blowout, the curl to her hair. You know, and that's kind of like how my hair looks in real life. I just don't really curl it that much anymore because I don't go anywhere. So I have that going on, and then I just did the basic eyes. I didn't want to do anything crazy with the face because I felt like there was already a lot of detail. And then I added the... And this was kind of a play on the whole being in the Spider-Man series. I added the Sony Walkman onto the character, which I forgot about at first because I did the whole design and then I realized I forgot the detail that I wanted to add the most. So I added that, gave her the little headphones, and yeah, I think that's about it. I know that in the 2 sketches on the side, I also have her in some non-distinct shoes. I couldn't decide if I wanted to do Converse or Vans, so because I have both, but I really like my pink platform Vans. They're super cute, but I didn't want to do the Vans logo, so I kind of did a Vans logo, but not quite. And that was my Spidersona. At one part in this process video, I have a weird like Procreate speed paint video part because I realized that I had colored without recording, and I didn't realize I wasn't recording until like 20 minutes later after I'd already done all the coloring, and I got super upset. So I just went and grabbed that part of the video from the auto recording and just like kind of slapped it in there. So sorry the quality absolutely like gets obliterated at that point, but at the end you still get to see the final product, and I feel like that's what's most important. So this has been my I don't know what you would call it, my praise of the Across the Spider-Verse movie. Oh, real quick before I go, the Spider-Verse movie inspired me to make my my own stickers of Miguel, and they're not my favorite design ever, but they look good. And I also did it kind of last minute because I wanted to do a Miguel sticker, but I couldn't really figure out what, so I just threw a quick sketch together, liked it, and I went with that. So maybe in the future I'll do some more, maybe I'll do a print, who knows, I'd like to do a print. So we'll see where it goes from there. The sticker is available in my Etsy shop. I'm going to be offering free shipping relatively soon, I just have to figure that out. But I have lots of other stickers. I have a cowboy hamster, a strawberry moth, a rosy maple moth bat, a cat and a pumpkin, a peppermint cat, and I have all the Mario Chibi stickers. So be sure to check that out. Those are all available for about $5. I think the Miguel sticker is only $1 more. But that's just because I do this all by hand, so I'm charging based on the amount of time and effort I put into these, because I really do care about my shop and I really enjoy making this content for all of you. And especially now that we're at 570 subscribers, you guys are amazing. I could not be more proud of all of you and how far we've come with this channel. It has been a dream and an absolute blessing. I am so proud to be here. And with that being said, I want to move on to this next announcement. I am going to be doing a giveaway when I reach 1,000 subscribers. That is our new milestone that I want to hit. I am so excited to get to this point, and I'm not sure what I'm going to do for the giveaway yet. I'm thinking maybe like a free commission or something like that, but in the meantime, just know 1,000 subscribers, you could enter, you could win. It'll be a free giveaway, no strings attached, and I will give more detail in the next video because I haven't really decided on what I'm gonna do. So just know that make sure to have some sort of social media on hand, like an Instagram or Discord preferably, just because it's better to communicate that way. But it's up to you ultimately. I'll just be asking that to enter the giveaway, that we have your account name put in the comments. Maybe, I'm not entirely sure, I'm just still trying to figure out how to do this and respect everyone's privacy and also be ethical in this whole process. So I'll keep you all posted. Just be aware that that's coming, so let's make it to 1,000 subscribers, And if you made it to the end of this video, comment down hair, and I'll be sure to like your comment, hopefully reply, give some other thoughts, comments, concerns, you know, tell me about your day. Do whatever you want in the comments. Just don't be mean, be considerate of others, be kind, be loving, and I will see you all in the next one. Peace.